Okay, sixth grade students, we are going to work today on lesson 1-1, factors and multiples. Our I can statement is I can find the GCF or greatest common factor of sets of numbers Also, I can find the LCM or least common multiple of sets of numbers. So the I can statement is I can find the GCF, the greatest common factor of sets of numbers. I can find the LCM or the least common multiple of sets of numbers. So we're going to talk first about what is the difference between a factor and a multiple. Factors are the numbers that are multiplied together to get a product. So for example, if I said, can you list the factors of 3? Well, 3 is prime, so the only numbers I can multiply together to get 3 is 1 and 3, because 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, let's look at the number 6. I have the factors 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. I want you to notice that I'm putting these in numerical order from smallest to biggest. Okay, so 1 times 6 is 6 and 2 times 3 is 6. All right, the number 8. I can multiply 1 times 8 and I can multiply 2 times 4. Those are the factors of 8. There are no more. 1 times 8 is 8, 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, 12. I know that I can always multiply 1 and the number to get that number. So 1 times 12 is 12. Well, 12's even, so I know that 2 will go into it or be one of the factors, and I know that it's 2 times 6. And then the last pair is 3 times 4. And that's it. That is it. There are no more. So 1 times 12 is 12, 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, multiples are different. Multiples go on and on and on. And then dot, dot, dot. Okay? So for example, if I listed the multiples of 3, we would say 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and then I always put the dots because that means it goes on forever. It does not end. Multiples of 6, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, and on and on and on. It's really like you're saying 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, and on and on. All right, so let's think about this. The multiples of 8. 8 times 1, 8 times 2, 8 times 3, 8 times 4, 8 times 5, 8 times 6, and on and on. All right, multiples of 12. 12 times 1, 12 times 2, 12 times 3, 12 times 4, 12 times 5, and on and on and on. Okay, so that's the difference between a factor and a multiple. If I said to you, give me the factors of 6, you would say 1, 2, 3, and 6. Okay, so we're going to apply this information. We're going to apply this knowledge. So the first challenge is to find the GCF, or the greatest common factor, of 12 and 30. So what you need to do is you need to list the factors of 12. Well, we already have them here, so we can just, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So we can just list them. So like we said, 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and then 3 times 4. So then the factors of 30, 1 times 30. I know it's even, so I know 2 will divide into 30. So 2 times 15 is 30. I know 3 will divide into 30. So 3 times 10 is 30. And I know 5 will divide into 30 because it ends in a 0. So 5 times 6. So if I said to you, what is the GCF? GCF meaning the greatest common factor, the largest number that they have in common. You can see it right here. So you would say 6 is the GCF of 12 and 30. Okay, looking at example 2. This is different because we're finding the LCM of 6 and 15. We are going to list the multiples of 6 and the multiples of 15. Okay, so let's think about this for a minute. The multiples of 6 are 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, 6 times 7. That should be good enough. If you have to end up listing more, you can, to find the smallest same multiple. Okay, so 15, the bigger numbers are a little bit harder, but it's okay, because you could do this. You could say 15 times 1, and if you didn't know the next one, you could say, all right, what is 15 times 2? Just kind of on the side. Okay, good. We've got times 2. Let's go one more. What is 15 times 3? 5 times 3 is 15. 3, 4. Okay, and you can see that we already have a common multiple. So if you look right here, the smallest same multiple of 6 and 15 is 30. So then you would answer it. 30 is the LCM of 6 and 15. All right, students, you have some problems on the back. I want you to try these by yourself, and I want you to use your notes to help you complete them. The first 4 problems are find the GCF, and then the next 4 problems are find the LCM. Use your notes to help you. Good luck.